Honor everyone. Honor everyone that is watching. Honor to everyone that's joining the chat. Honor, honor to you all. Let's see here. Now, okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone that's in the chat. Welcome to everyone that's watching. All right, so I am able. I have a backup platform to this platform. So what I'm also doing now is I'm simul streaming from both YouTube channels. All right, from this one and the backup one. Uh, just testing it out. As you guys see that, let me just start off saying this. This is Dartman X TV. I am an Ahuak American, what they called an Arawak American in colonial terms. This platform is for educational purposes and for the critique of public information as it is put out there in the public. Uh, we say peace, love, and light to all righteous and peaceful and honorable beings on Mother Earth within this Creator's universe. And I say welcome to you all. Love, light, welcome. I hope you all are well. Hope your loved ones are doing well. And I hope this weekend carries out nothing but positivity for you guys. All right. True King, honor to you. Young Cherokee Peasy. Heya Haru Amonre El Bay, honor to you. Brother Lacono, honor to you. Officially Key, honor to you. Brandon Dyer, honor. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anyone. Brother Corey Sly, Kev Don, Condev, honor. Brother Star Strike, honor. All right. We've had a very interesting week, but I just want to tell everyone, man, never let anything that any entity out there do to try to keep you down or to try to sabotage you deter you from whatever your goal is to accomplish in life. You're going to have entities out there whose job it is to deter you, to sway you, to make you feel depressed, to oppress you. But it is your job to uplift, motivate, stay positive, keep it moving, stay honorable, stay spiritual, to counter combat these negative energies. Stay righteous. Show no fear whatsoever. Okay? This world that we live in, it's not for the faint of heart. Learning the things that we've learned and the ways of which we've came, which is a long way to this point now today. We know the horrors of this world, but we also know the joys of this world. We know what it takes to maintain the joys of this world. And a weak mind and a weak heart, a weak will, a weak determination does not make the joys or protect the joys of this world. What are some of the joys of this world? You. First, the great spirit, the ancestors. You, your family. Okay? Those are some of the joys of this world. Brethrens that you come across that you can also call family, grow and build with. some of the joys of this world. Enjoying Mother Earth, nature, knowing that you could up and go and fish in a pond, a lake, a river, the ocean. Feed yourself and your family. Those are some of the joys of this world. Knowing that you know the plants, the herbs, what even from what the root to the stem to the leaves to when even the plant starts to flower, what each component of that plant is good for, that one plant. Because each component is good for something different to heal the body. Okay? Some of the joys of this world. This is it. Now, we know even with this platform that we have entities out there, even those from the Hindu people who troll this platform and try to put this platform with their little sex sites on YouTube. Yeah. Like they got into the platform. These are the hired people that was paid to try to set this platform up to put a part of the Bollywood sex operative operations that they have on YouTube. They have sex channels on YouTube, Bollywood or Nollywood, Bollywood. Okay. And these folks are found a way to attach themselves onto my platform. So it is what it is. But again, this is a part of the fight. But as long as we come out and we make this public disclaimer that we have nothing to do with that, then that's what it is. So they cannot attach us to those little nasty things. Perverted people. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. But yeah, so these are how you combat some of these things also as well. You can't look, people are just not going to like you for no reason. And people are not going to like us because our existence exposes their lies. Our existence exposes their evil agendas. Our existence is by the Creator's will. Our existence shows us, and history proves us to be the first children of the Creator, of the Great Spirit. When they speak of the chosen people, they speak of the ones in the Americas. So they have to write you out of the history books. They have to deter you from who you are. They have to keep you this distance from Mother Earth. How do they do that? By getting in your minds. How do they get in your minds? By using those that look like you to first infiltrate your communities. Then they infiltrate your mental. And when they get into your mental, they infiltrate your spiritual. And next minute, you know, you're a slave to the system and the many different components of the system. And when you think you are fighting the system, you are really playing more into the system. Because you've lost your indigenous ways. Okay? And that's it. When you get back to your true self, your ancestral self, okay? They don't like that. Like if you look right now, we didn't even really start on anything, and you can see the troll hit that one dislike. That's probably because of that 2 birds, 2 hawk comment that I made at the end of the last video, but I don't care. Oh, also, we're going to redo that live also over again because they chopped up the whole audio. So if you don't have, if you're not one with patience, then you're not going to want to sit and listen to that live. And everything happens for a reason. Look, you see, I'm not deterred because they've done that. It didn't deter me whatsoever because I knew this was coming. Why? Because I was given the warning spiritually before these events started taking place. And you must know how to identify warnings from like I said, everything is spiritual, mental, before it becomes physical. And sometimes the spirits warn you of some things that are coming, and you are just to be prepared for it. Sometimes you don't know exactly what it is, but you know something is coming. And I didn't blow a gasket. I didn't lose it. I stayed calm. When I saw them doing what they were doing, I just said, hey, everything happens for a reason. When I see that they stuck my videos on Masonic numbers for days, I don't let it bother me. When I see that they stuck the current the lives that I do, when the numbers are skyrocketing, and I see how they chop it all the way down and leave it on Masonic numbers again, I don't let it bother me. Okay, you know why not? Because their foo-foo-ness is my confirmation that what this platform is doing is that powerful. And those culprits, energize me to keep going no matter what. And not just to keep going, but to always take it to another level, which there are things that we are working on as we speak to even build and get stronger with our platforms. There are things that we are working on as we speak to actually have an independent base of a platform away from this NSA Nazi controlled forums, to where we control the content that we upload on our own platforms. Okay? And no, we shall not censor anyone. I don't care the content that one is looking to push, right? When said media platform will to be released in the future. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe that if you feel what someone is talking about is untrue and is foolishness, bring your information to contest what they're saying. That's it. Shouldn't have to shut anyone down. Those are some of the joys of this world. Those are some of the joys of life. We can disagree without having any form of animosity towards each other. Right? Now, for the indigenous man and woman, those of whom know they are indigenous, you can continue living your life as being indigenous people and staying to yourself, as a lot of our brothers and sisters do, or you can heed the call, and no matter what the resistance that you get, still work hard to wake up more of our brothers and sisters whom are classifying themselves as Black and African American, and anything dealing with anything that has nothing to do with their indigenous identity, ancestry. When you come back home to the ancestors, this capitalistic system that is pushing communism on the what they call the middle class, poor class people, it will no longer be. It would have to run in the proper aspect of how it was originally created for, or to how it was supposed to have been running in the first place, as an entity separate from the original people of this land, of this hemisphere, the entire Americas. Okay. We're going to face many obstacles. Many obstacles. from those who look like us, from those who don't look like us. There's corruption everywhere. What are we going to do? You going to quit? You going to try to go back to what your life was before this and act like none of this happened? You can't. There's no going back. You build thicker skin, stronger bones, stronger mental muscle, and keep going forward. Keep on fighting. Keep on educating. Keep on motivating. Keep on expressing and sharing love for your fellow man and woman, for the plants, for the animals, for the air, for the water, for the soil. All life righteous. Righteousness overpowers any form of ill will that anyone feel like they're going to try to conceive against you. Honor is a powerful thing. Love is a powerful thing. Integrity is a powerful thing. When one or a group of people stand by those things, then the trust within each other as a people will come back. And less we will be tearing each other down. And more we will be building each other up. Okay? The thing about adversaries out there, anything that you push in educating or anything that you push in motivating us as a people, they won't like it. So when we speak like this, they'll show their disdain for it. Okay? When we speak like this, it'll be something that disgusts them. They'll be disgusted by it because they want us to be bang, bang, shoot them up. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. That's what they want to see so that they can say to the world, see, look at these savages. But the only time we shall and will become a savage is if we are on the battlefield. In this intellectual game, in this intellectual warfare, in this spiritual warfare, fully well equipped scholars whom are warriors, healers whom are warriors. It's getting to the point, to the level to where now the craft, the arts, in which some of us know very well, that we shall raise it up now and start using it for what the ancestors really and truly used it for against those who are adversarial spirits to us. Because this also is a spiritual thing. We're going to have to start chopping them down. We're going to have to start manifesting certain things upon them. This is the fight. You don't have to go out there, boom, 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 shoot them up. That's a trap. That will always be a trap. Learn how to take and use these adversaries' energy. Like, look, you see, we speak motivational 2 hit the dislike. Those 2 that hit the dislike, they had to put their energy into that, harvest that energy and throw it back at them. Trust me, their protection in whatever spiritual aspect they feel they have is not as strong as ours. We are descendants of the original children of Mama Earth. We are the lineage, the bloodline of the first. We are. We have their blood, their genetics surging through our veins. We do. And no one can stop that. This is why they want to pollute you so much. This is why they need to bastardize you, demonize you. Okay? Learn more of who you are. Dig deep into the history of who you are. It is time to start raising your spiritual vibration, your spiritual energy. Okay? It's time. The last live that we did really got to these people. It really got to them. All right? And I'll say it, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not a fan of Hemok Sheila because I know what his end game agenda is. But when he stands on the ground for something, he stands on it. And a lot of these offshoots, associations out there, when he in the past came out and said, hey, certain ones, when they left from him, they stole his documentations. They did. So when I say there was a certain YouTube channel that was selling documentations that had NWIPI on it, and they came out denying it, that's because it was true. That was Hemok stuff that person stole. Okay? When I say that, a lot of the folks that claim that they're not with Hemok Sheila, that they're still a part of his trust. They're still a part of the NWAIPI trust. These are adversarial spirits to you that came out, talk a lot of this talk, started organizations in the communities with Hemok Sheila's documentations. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like Hemok Sheila's documentations aren't powerful. They are. But his intent, this is what my issue is with him. His intent, and the fact that the man said that he works with FEMA and other things. But when he came out and said, man, he called Raymond Two Hawk's name, said that he was sitting down with the feds. And he said him and the ones associated with him. It makes you now want to go back and revisit the stories that these folks was telling on Hemok to see what was really going on. Because I don't see him sitting with the feds working out a way to get you to sign up for that census. Right? Adversarial spirits. Adversarial. Now, I have no dog in that fight, but when he pointed that out, and when he said Indian not taxed, and when I read it in the Constitution itself to you guys, where it said Indian not taxed. So when you go and you fill out for those census, you're going to fall underneath the jurisdiction back of the United States Incorporated. It puts you back in contract with them. The whole thing is to get out of the contracts with them, not go back in. Okay? And then he gave his Moorish name. And what he was saying, he denounced that name. Am I advocating for him? No, definitely not. I'm definitely not. Because look, he's an old vet, well seasoned. And I grew up around men like that. So I already know what it is. But when it comes to his adversaries, he will put them on blast. God damn it. That's the beauty about this thing. And when he said all of those who talk about they left NWIPI, they are still a part of the trust of NWIPI. Period. Period. I did fill out, but put Aboriginal, Indian, Indigenous to the Americas. Fill out what? But Hemok Sheelop, he's the founder of NWIPI, or what was once called NWIP, but now it's called NWAIPI. Right? He was the founder of that. He is the founder of it. And a lot of these offshoot, the census. It doesn't matter what you put on it. Because remember, they mailed it to your home. It was mailed to your home. Right? It's pretty much the Articles of Confederacy says we are not to be or play any roles or parts in their system. This whole thing, these colonies wasn't created for us. It was created for their people. So their census, that's their census. That's not our census. So we're not even supposed to fill out nothing, period. That's why in the islands, when they used to come to our house, we would chase them away, or we just don't talk to them. We don't fill out nothing. Nothing. And it's a way of tracking you. They want to know how much of us is there also. You see what I'm saying? In one location. Right? So be careful, with that. 8-winged eagle, honor, brother, honor. Be careful. Now, the reason why I mentioned these things and pointed out those things is to show you adversaries comes in all shapes, tones, sizes. Okay? And sometimes things have a way of revealing itself. Now, there are folks who follow some of those people, and when certain things is going to start coming out, it's not coming out from over here. Like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with us, right? But it's good to point it out, because this is how people's confidence get broken, because you follow people and then you realize that they were walking you into your grave, let's say. You're going to lose faith. You're going to lose confidence, not only within them, but yourself about this whole thing in general. You're going to be depressed, torn down. And we can't have that. Just know that there are many forces out there. Some mean you good, some don't mean you good. Some are very great of convincing you that they mean you good. Okay? But then you hear it comes out with other entities that they're warring with, and you hear certain things and you see certain things, that you start adding two and two together, and you see that they were fake. Just trying to use you to siphon off of your energy. So that's why you have to guard yourself. Keep yourself protected at all times. Okay? And that's to protect yourself from the emotional damage that will come after. Yep, pointing people to locks and blocks. Exactly, brother. So I say to you all, Work on building your spiritual. Work on strengthening your mental. There's no bigger and stronger muscle than that brain. Okay? Work on your holistic. Speaking of holistics, um, so we will be having a holistic session coming up on the platform also as well. Just to let you guys know and put that out there by our Arawakan brothers and sisters of the Yen Kun Kun. Okay? Sister Malkia, Brother Alex, they are also holistic um, experts. Okay? And they are, well, Sister Malkia will be on the platform in the future, and which it will be a topic, a segment that we will touch on. And so, there'll be, of course, folks will have questions, and we'll have a questionnaire. Part of it won't be too long, but our sister, she will be breaking down certain things, and which will show the importance of why it is important to make the trip to the South, to South America, because there's things that they know that they don't know down there, and it's things that they know that we don't know down here, that we can exchange and merge our information of the holistics together, make it one ultimate healers union, right? And start healing the indigenous people of the world. Because with this 5G, with all these things that's coming into play, you're going to need the plants. You're going to need to know these roots. You're going to need to know these things. And I was having a conversation with our brother and sister earlier, and I was given the okay to play a part of the conversation. So I'm going to play this part of the conversation for you guys. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so them still have to eat them pizza and them burger and them hot dog and all of that. So, you find that him have to say, all right, to make those specific doughy things that you're used to eating, because obviously you're going to die if you don't get this exact same thing. There's no other food in the world that you can eat, right? Use some spelt flour then, or use some kamut flour or whatever. Like that's all that is done. And the alkaline community knowing this, right, they knowingly perpetuate this, because now they can have specialized markets with alkaline foods now and sell these things. So you find that health food stores and supermarkets can have a whole section with these imported things, like this from Germany, right? Like, how does that even tie into an African biamineral diet? Any kind of a traditional diet, teff and what's the next grain? All of these things that the people eat, all of these are imported things that one set of people have been able to cash in on by simply opening stores. Like, I've had a lot of people approach me and say, hey, let's start this health food store, and focused on these things, and like entire business plans are built and made up of these things. The people who even manage groups and all of that sell packages, and they're not even growing these herbs. These are all imported stuff, right? One of them, she actually went to live in Honduras, right? She didn't do anything, like nothing at all. And just the money off of her groups, selling the herb. No, she wasn't even the one selling the herb. There was this other guy that was selling the herb, that because she allowed him to sell on her site, she gets a cut. Those people that decide that they're going to make like seasoning mixes and, alkaline cheese, or all of the people that do videos and monetize, whatever it is, all of them come together now and make money off of each other from this one little trend, right? So you find that that's really what's happening right now. And they're exploiting people who they're actually just sick because of colonization, eating colonial food, right? Forgetting their traditional foods that they used to eat, like we used to just eat some ground food, still ground provision and vegetables and little wild meat, or after cultivation started happening, some specific set of things we used to cultivate. But a lot of these foods that people feel like they need right now, like pizza, they need pizza, they need burgers on the weekends, they need fries, they need all of these things, people not eating that again. That's all they really need to do. Just go back to their traditions. Nobody don't need to buy nothing from the health food store. You don't need to go buy, because right now indigenous people in Peru and those places that traditionally have eaten quinoa, where quinoa was such a cheap thing, it's now called a superfood because of these same trendsters. And now they can't afford it in their place because people are importing it into their place to have it as a trend food, and it's so expensive now in the health food stores. The local quinoa growers in Peru, right, would rather make much more money exporting it than selling it to the poor people that living with them. So you find that the people in one part of one country or one geographic location is negatively affecting people in another, right? And these are the cause and effects of colonization.
And I must say, she made a lot of valid points, especially its commercial presence of colonization on the indigenous people and the culture of the indigenous people. Yeah. And again, like how we've said many times on this platform, colonizers come, they take your products, your stuff that you've been using for centuries, package it, patent it, called it theirs, and sell it back. What you could have gotten for free from the earth. You let them come, cut down all your forestry, all your trees, because you're identifying as something that has nothing to do with you, because you're playing in a system that had nothing to do with you. And when you're being abused in this system, you're asking, why is it happening? Because you weren't supposed to have been in it. The ones whom this was created for see you as a threat. You were supposed to have been outside of this system, not in it. But you put yourself in it when you started identifying as their corporate constructs. But anyway, when you allow them to come and cut down the trees, the forestry, they then created their farms, still had you work in their farms, still because they needed you to teach them how to cultivate this stuff, right? And then you're packaging it, slapping on that label on those bottles, those plastic bags for them, and they're being shipped off by the thousands on ships all over the world, being sold back to you when you could have just went into your forestry areas, your backyard, and get all that stuff for free and feed yourself and your family. Hmm? But now, for the most part, you can't. Because when you gave up on your nationality, your true identity, you labeled the land as vacant. And they literally, in some states, in some states, they literally fill out a one-page application. Well, less than a page in some areas to apply for empty spaces on the American continent, because the original people of the Americas are calling themselves Black and African American and fell for a scamming DNA test that places them in this region of Africa, but don't give you the last name or the names of whom you are related to. And when you did that, you called yourself countryless, landless, no ancestry. And then in their colonizing documents, they said, okay, since this is what it is, we're going to label the land as vacant and all the islands of this hemisphere, the Caribbean, the West Indies, Central, South, North America, vacant. And then all these colonial forces are whom are investing in these corporations that you are calling countries. They're investing in them. And when they're investing in them, they're buying up stocks. And when they buy up these stocks, they go and they also rent the land. So these Ashkenazis, these Khazars, they don't own any land here. They're renting it. But now the colonial forces and the colonial children, whom have been here for generations, because you've abandoned your identity and the land has been labeled vacant, those colonial children are walking up into the forest areas of what is left. And they're mapping out a couple of acres of land in the forestry areas that they want. And then they go right back down to the county clerk's office and put in a claim for the land. And next minute, you see them talk about they're living off grid. They chop down this tree, they chop down that tree, they build this nice little house here, this little fancy house there, all these things. Bring their farm animals here, right? Because the land has been deemed vacant. So now you see why this information is such a threat. Because we are coming out now, this is a public forum. This is a public platform. And we're coming on the air saying we are still here, that they've been writing us out of history in the history books, that they've been doing this and doing that to deter us from finding out who we are. Now you see attacking entities coming over, attacking the platforms. Because once it is declared that you are still here, those lands that those people think they went up and just claimed has to be turned back over to you. For years, they've exposed the scamming within the Native American community. They've exposed it. The federal government exposed it so much that it's not ever funny anymore. Those lands has to be turned over to you. Do you get what's happening here? But you need unity. You need to come together. You need to wake up and get back to your ancestry and realize the biggest trick that has been played on you was to trick you out of the land which you have up under your feet, and to mentally, spiritually send you way over the other side of the world. Now we speak on Haiti and to all the perils that's going on in Haiti. Haiti has iridium that sells for $45 billion a ton, and they're not seeing not 1 inch red cent of that money. They're under strong spiritual spell. Now, there's documentaries where they show certain areas in the Dominican Republic where the people of the Dominican Republic now will tell you that these are the highest spiritual areas of Los Indios, the Indians. And they'll tell you that the Indians were dark, melanated people. And since the Haitians been there before the Dominicans, who are the Indios? The Indians, the people who they call Haitians. But a lot of their strongest spiritual sites, because these people will tell you that the Indian spirits are upset on the Dominican side of the island. They're mad, they're upset. But the Haitians aren't going over there to get that energy, that ancestral energy. So that spiritual attack that's being played on Haiti is being played from the Dominican side of the island. They're on the spiritual warfare. Now, am I saying that it's all of the Dominicans over there? No, you have some that have good relations with their Haitian brothers and sisters because they realize that their genetics run through them. Not the colonizing genetics, but the Haitian genetics run through them. Also, as well, that they have blood ties because they have been mixing. You'll be asinine to think they have not been any form of mixing. And they have love and respect for their brethren. But you have ones and ones over there. It's a different story. This is why I say you got to raise your spiritual vibration. Raise your nature vibration. Raise these things. Raise these frequencies within you to counteract what's happening out there in the world. Know the land, know the herbs. At least practice some form of holistic healing so that when certain things come your way, you can heal yourself without going to their death hospitals. I call it death hospitals because those hospitals more so kill you than they cure you of anything. Don't be deterred. Don't let nothing deter you. Don't let nothing and no one break you. We are at some of our most pivotal moments right now. Our most pivotal moments we are right now. And we can make this thing turn like that just by manifesting what it is that we want and making it come through. Not screaming and begging and crying, hands up, don't shoot type of stuff. We can make things happen. But when you sit here and identify with something that has nothing to do with you, you're launching the biggest spiritual attack on yourself. You put yourself underneath the black spell and the Pan-African, African-American spell. Break those chains. Break those shackles. Free yourself from that mental slavery of falsified information that they've pushed within that community for years. Be the change you want to see. Be the change. But you have to be strong. Have to be strong. No space, no time for the weak. And that's it that I wanted to share with you guys. Like I said, the trip to the South, to get more of the knowledge of the ancestors, the culture, and the holistics. Our brothers and sisters have information that they in the South don't know when it comes to the holistics, and those in the South have information that our brothers and sisters don't know, and they can merge the information together. Thus, coming back down here and educating the Indians of the West Indies, Central, North America, after they've educated and received knowledge from the Indians of South America. And we can build and grow and get out of this poisonous medical system. Okay? They're killing them off if they go over there. Well, we can't walk and live in fear constantly. All right? You live in fear, you're going to stagnate your growth. You're not going to grow. And if that's the case, then it's like saying, well, don't go, don't do this, don't do that. They're killing people everywhere. That's the reality of the world we live in. And especially if you're one in this type of information. Because you're a threat. You have the power to unbrainwash, deprogram the programmed. And they don't like that. The trip is going to be made. It's going to happen. It's something that needs to happen. Because a lot of the scammers that are coming out now in certain communities, what they did was they made those trips and came back acting as if they are us or acting as if they have our best interests. And then you see them putting out certain type of public declarations and certain type of this and that, trying to bring you back into the corporate construct. So it's best to have those who mean you good to go and build and gain on top of the knowledge that they already have so that they can come and create these herbalistic remedies that you need for certain ailments that you will have. Teach you some of these herbalistic roots so that you too can make these things yourself. Okay? This is it. This is what the West Indian Tribal Society is trying to bring to you. And that's just a small portion of what it is that we're trying to situate for you. That's just a small portion. But we can't make these things happen without your help to the level of how we would like for it to happen. Right? And notice how I said that, because even if we don't get any more help from anyone out there, we're still going to keep moving and make stuff happen regardless. We're not in the era. We're not in the stage. We weren't built to quit. It's not us. Okay? Oh, no. I'm just saying they are killing them for me. I have no fear because that is exactly. Okay. Yeah, that is an illusion. Life is life. Life is all around us. When the body decays, that energy, which is the soul, moves on to something else, to somewhere else. It didn't die. The soul is still alive. For whom are you? You are the soul. Whom is the body? The body is your vessel. That's it. But for far too long, we have not had a true foundation, a true voice to represent the Indians of the West. Like, look at these people celebrating Juneteenth, and they talk about the black slaves and African slaves of Juneteenth that were free. Had nothing to do with any form of African. It did not. Nothing to do with any form of African. If you study the history of what really took place for leading up to Juneteenth, you'll see that it was a melanated Indian tribes that they slaughtered, and then the ones that they couldn't slaughter, they turned into prisoners of war, which you call slaves. That's where the shackles and chains came from. They were prisoners of war. Then they turned them into indentured servitude, and kept them locked underneath that until the federal government says, hey, it's time to free them. And what you're doing to the state at that time, the folks of the state that ran the state at that time, they didn't want to let these people go. Hence, you have your Juneteenth. Okay. We do now have an official email for the West Indian Tribal Society. I'm going to put it in chat for you guys. Okay. Give me a second here. Give me a sec. Okay, I see that type slow. All right. So that is the email, West Indian Tribal Society, number 4, u at gmail.com. Okay. For those out there who might have any questions, the website is also coming soon as well. Yes, yes, yes. At 8 Wind Eagle. Yep, generational prisoners of war. You know, and that is true. And that also is the mental aspect of that is what we need to break away from. Wake up, people. This is all about the mind, the mindset, your mindset. When you become master of that, no one can be master of you. Okay? Once you master that, there's nothing anyone out there could do to come and say that they're going to be the master of you. It won't happen. It will never happen. And anything foreign, alien to you, once they see that and they spot that, they know they cannot infiltrate your mental. They know. Right? So, it's all about the mindset, your mindset. Okay? I'm telling y'all, man. Strengthen that mental. Strengthen it. Strengthen that spiritual, that physical, all around. Go back to learning your herbs, the holistics, because what these people have coming for you under the identity of Black and African American, it's no bueno, no good. Okay, so you must get back to the earth. I already heard governors and mayors talking about chopping down and cutting down more trees, more plants, because they call them pollutant plants. Really? And some folks agreed with that, and I just had to laugh because the plants that they're looking to chop down and get rid of are the ones with the healing remedies inside of them for some of the ailments that some people go through every day. And for some severe ailments that they tell you, oh, there's no cure for it. It's we must face the reality of the world that we live in and approach it from that standpoint. All right. But so we put the email for the society. It's called the West Indian Tribal Society the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. All right. West Indian Tribal Society, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. All right. And the website is in the making. Okay. So just look out for that. It's definitely in the making, and it's something that's definitely coming. All right. And on the website, we will have a world of information for you. On the website, we will have many articles for you. On there, we will also, we might have the application to be a part of the West Indian Tribal Society on the website. Or it might be something that we give out, but you must have been someone that has started your genealogy, researching your ancestry. Okay. And if you were able to even go back 4, 5 generations back, that's even better. But even if you were not, all right, that's still fine. As long as we see that you started it and you're taking this seriously. Okay. and that you realize that the West Indian Tribal Society is for Western Hemisphere. This is the West. What they now call Africa and Europe, that is considered to be the East. Right? It's not only for Western Hemisphere, it's for descendants whom have migrated abroad and has children abroad. It is also for them to cover them. All right? So the journey has just begun. And this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. At iRises, thank you. All right? So just be prepared. It's coming. Like, the complaint was, we don't have no one, and this person, this and that person and that, and we don't have no representative, we don't have no voice, we don't have this, well, we're going to pave the way. And I just hope that when we pave this way and build this foundation for you, that generations on down the road, you have not destroyed it or let any outside influence come in and destroy it. Okay? So, yeah. It's a baby right now, but it will grow and be strong. And the applications will be ready. The website will be ready. You have the email right now, which is the West Indian Tribal Society, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. Okay, that is the email. Okay. So, yeah, so, we ask for your help in supporting the GoFundMe. For those whom can. If you don't have it, support the GoFundMe. What else that we ask for is if you can make at least a 30 to a 1 minute video. That's all we're asking of people. We have not received any yet, and we've put it out there. So this shows me who's serious and who's not serious. So I'd ask for it to have been emailed to me, but email these videos to the West Indian Tribal Society for you email, all right, which I'm going to put it back in the chat. But a 30 second to a 1 minute video as to whom you are as an indigenous person of the Americas. And if you know the tribe and whom you came from, state that name of that tribe. Okay? This especially goes out to our brothers in the West Indies, our brothers and sisters in the West Indies. The attack that is going on so covertly down there on you is on such a mass scale that a lot of you guys don't even know it. And it is because the land is deemed vacant because they said that you were killed off. And then because you played the role in committing paper genocide on yourself. So the best way to make a public declaration is a video public declaration on a public platform to be put up. So we are asking you guys, if you cannot support the GoFundMe, okay, it's for our brothers and sisters to make the pilgrimage to the South. Make a 30 second to a 1 minute video. This is show you guys that it's more so about you than the financial dividends. Make a 30 second to a 1. I'm asking you guys. Don't let me beg. Okay? To you. 30 second to a 1 minute video as to whom you are. You see that picture that y'all looking at right now on my screen? Okay? Those are not Africans. All right? So it's asinine. As long as you exist, as long as we exist, we're still here. As long as we exist, It is a proof to their lies. Now you see these pictures, your Ivan Van Sertima's, your Dr. Benz, your Dr. Clark's, your Sinettas, all these people have some explaining to do. Hold them accountable for the paper genocide that they have caused upon you. You think you can go to these people and tell them that they're African, that you're seeing in this picture right here? You'd be crazy. What makes you think that you know more about them than they know about themselves? Look at the picture. Do you see that? If you can't see it, watch. Let me hit the screen share then. Because maybe you can't see it, right? Let me hit the screen share. That's a screen. There we go. That's it. A Blockmon, thank you. So we're just asking, if you don't have it, can we understand the times that we're in? Okay? A 30-second to a 1-minute video. If you're Arawak, what kind of Arawak? If you're Lokono, if you don't know what the different kinds, if you know that you're Arawak, say you're Arawak, right? If you're Creek, just who you are. You're here. You're not dead. You're not extinct. You are still here. You are alive and well. State your name, your tribe. If you don't know exactly your tribe from your genealogy, but you've kept hitting on a certain geographical location where a lot of your people were, then research and see what tribe or tribes were in that area. And then you will know whom your peoples are. Because chances are then they intermixed with also each other within each other's tribe. So you might have genetics from both sides, from both tribes. All right? This is it. Okay. So here's the website one more time. Not the website, the email. Okay. All right. That's the email. Okay. So email the videos to that email. I'm sure people are going to have questions also. Right. But that's the email. And this is the GoFundMe, if you can. Okay. And yeah, we're going to have a holistic segment with Sister Malkia. We're going to have a segment again with Brother Alex and Sister Malkia. And we're going to hold more future panels with the ICCC. And just bring forth the content, all right, that people need to use to make a change, a difference within their life. Okay? Information that you can actually use, that's actually worthwhile. So like I said, man, can't tell these people in this picture that they're Africans. And if guys don't know where that is, that's Trinidad. So now I'm talking about the war that's been going on through colonization, when even the Hindus that went to Trinidad, that's trying to breed these people out to erase their culture. That's Trinidad. It's not New Orleans. That's not North or South America. That's Trinidad. And then the other picture, the little smaller one up top in the corner, that's what you call in colonial terms Jamaica. at KLE, we're gonna have Prince Sadiq also back up on here real soon, right? So it's just for me to organize the scheduling for the streams, and he's another brother that has been doing the genealogical work. The Yankunkun also, brother Alex as well. So certain areas of the island, they can tell you what fractions of Arawaks are on within those specific regions. Okay, so don't sweat, bro. Don't sweat. The information will be available. All right. So yeah, I think Portland. I think that's parity, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's parity. Okay. I think Prince Sadiq had touched on that before, but we'll confirm with our brother when he comes back on here. All right. So yeah, y'all, just a video or a donation to the GoFundMe so that the society can make the trip to South America to gain more of the holistic knowledge and to also exchange knowledge holistically to some of the healers also up there, because there's things that our brothers and sisters of the society know that they don't know in the South, and that's information that we can use to come back and properly educate you how to um, treat and properly take care of yourself, right? So, yeah, these are the things that are to come. And, we, some of the things obviously I can't make public because, when you make certain things public, you have adversaries out there that's going to want to tear you down, want to do everything that they can to try to sabotage you and stop it. So, but there's major things in the works, and it's not only for us and our progeny, but it's for you and your progeny. We must stand on truth. We must stand in good faith, honesty. We must rebuild back some form of trust within our communities, with each other. Okay? So, yeah. All right. Thank you, brother Kaylee. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and that's it, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna post the link to the GoFundMe and to the email in the chat, in the top of the chat, the comment section, and within the description box. Okay. But I thank you guys. All right, y'all. So I didn't cut the feed. They cut it to make it seem like I just jumped out of it, right? So whoever did, well, we know who's doing it, so they're having a laugh. And again, I'm not a fan of HEMOC, but HEMOC confirmed my suspicions for years to why it is that it's only this platform, right? And then certain other platforms that I've started introducing that are being attacked now. Why it's only this platform or other platforms. Some of y'all out there federales in this community, and I've been suspected, y'all, and I was right on my suspicion, and that's why y'all target me because I don't conform to y'all, or when y'all try to hold that little meeting, backdoor meeting, to try to tell me to give you my information before I bring it out. No. Still not happening. You crazy? So, yeah. And obviously, the person came in here and tried to log me out, but it ain't working. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to post the email and the GoFundMe link in the top of the comment section. All right. Now, look, they've been deleting subscribers again. Okay. So, and they've been coming at us even harder because we are sticking to the fact that we're indigenous. So, this is a discrimination thing. And I could show the pattern within the videos. All the videos of me having the indigenous images of our brothers and sisters and speaking of being indigenous, they have taken them off of the latest, they blocked them from the latest video release list of mine, and they hold them off of it for days and days. And then when there's no more traction, then they put them out without giving any notification. Okay. And obviously, you know that when I'm live and you're coming into live, it's hundreds of y'all that be complaining that you're getting kicked from the lives. That's not me. So I don't want you guys to still think that it's me. It's not me. Okay? That's them. That's not me that's kicking you guys from the live. That's them that's kicking you from the live feed. All right? So, yeah, so this is why I just say to you guys, man, look, just share the information as much as you can. Even if you shared it with one person 10 times already, they must know someone. Everyone has social media nowadays. Just keep sharing it on your social media. Someone new will come along and see the information and share it. And this is how we're going to get through this thing until we're able to reset up our mailing list from the website. Because I still have my mailing list from the Darkman from the first platform, the big platform. I still have all that mailing list. So it's just to merge it and put it onto the website with the other brothers and sisters mailing list. And, so that when we do have anything going on, we could just notify everyone in one shot. Okay, when we drop a video and they try to stop it or hide it, we could just put it on the mailing list and it gets out there anyway. Okay, that's it. It's as simple as that. But again, I give you guys my many thanks, my many respect, and my love. And I appreciate you all very much so. And I appreciate you all being on this journey with me. I appreciate you all who have been long-time subscribers, supporters of this platform. I appreciate you all. Okay? And it's just straight love. And I thank you all. And also on behalf of the entire West Indian Tribal Society, we thank you. Okay? This society, just on its own of being spoken into existence and coming to fruition, is a threat to many organizations out there because they've been spilling lies and division, and a lot of them are colorist. Okay? And this is about to come to an end. Because we won't stand for it and we're not going to have it. And we've been learning a lot and how things are done and how to maneuver in certain realms. And that's it. So all of y'all better stay on your toes out there whom are pushing fallacies to the people. Period. Okay? Sometimes I have to go directly to your page to see your videos, even though I put you on my... Yeah, because they've been blocking my feeds lately. So what they've been doing is, like, usually if I go live, I'm supposed to get the notification within 1 second. It's taking now 30, 40 seconds, half a minute before a notification comes through. So they're delaying the notification, and then they're actually targeting the areas that they don't want my streams to go to. Okay? So they delayed in those areas, or they just keep it like I never went live. For real. That's what they're doing. So it won't even show that I'm live. So if you don't go on my channel and then click videos, sometimes you won't see the latest feed until you do that. All right. That's when you see the latest feed, just to give folks the heads up. So they're censoring this platform in so many ways than one. And that's why it's important that, we keep Lakona Empire, Copper Hot Step American Arawak platform in the loop and keep growing. Because again, in numbers we're a solid unit, right? And in the future, if there's other platforms that we consider to work with, then that's what we'll do. Okay. But right now, when Hemok said what he said, it confirms my suspicions about ones and ones out there. So a lot of y'all out there are feds. And it explains why y'all stay having people on your platform that you know the documentations that these people are speaking of shows in their own documentations that it says that they're supposed to turn you into a citizen of another man's land. So it exposes who you are. So if you're saying, well, just because that's my brother, your brother's pushing fallacies still to the people and you're endorsing it. So it says a lot about you. That's it. I can have my brother, but my brother can't come on my platform pushing fallacies. Something that we've done proven 10,000 times, thousands of times. Not just by this platform, but many other platforms proving it to be fallacies, and your brother, you still have your brother pushing it. So, but he still should be heard. No, you're playing a dangerous game of confusion here. That's what you're doing. And that's clout chasing. Period. I see a lot of folks out there doing this. Can't tell people to do with their platform. But over here, if for a fact you've already been debunked, what you're pushing has been disproved to be lies. And if your own document shows it, and that's been also been shown to prove it, you're not coming on this platform to push the same dumb shit over again. Period. Okay. Also, no, I'm not going to jump. I can't give that one yet. I can't give that one yet. I can't. I'm going to hold back that one. I always like to hold back some key trump cards because I know someone out there is going to open their mouth and I'm going to drop it on them. But yeah. But all right, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here. So again, I'm going to post back the email and the link to the GoFundMe in the top of the comment section and in the description box. All right. So just make sure that you check the comment section. If you don't see it at the top of it, because even when I pin the links now in the comment section, they're not keeping it at the top anymore. You have to search through. The comment sections for the links now. All right. So, but it's pinned in the comment section, so always be there. All right. And if you've made comments on the videos and you don't see a comment, they're deleting your comments. All right. That's what they're doing. Okay. Because the more, look, I wasn't, y'all know me. I'm not one to be like, hit that like button, subscribe like that. But with the analytics, the more people comment in the comment section, even if you hit the like or the dislike button, no matter what, it will still break through past their algorithm and the information will be more out there more than anything else. All right. So that's just something just to let you guys know as well. So even though they're slowing it up now at this pace, it will still push further out there. All right. So, yeah. Peace, brother. Peace. What's that? Synod? Sion Loach. Okay, peace, brother. Honor to you. Candace Bloomfield, American Arawak, big up. And speaking of the guys, see, subscribe to American Arawak's platform, y'all. In the comment section, in the description section right now, you see links to his channel, Lacona Empire, and brother Kappa Hotstep, Le Professor. Okay. You see links to their platforms, and it will also be posted on the top of in the comment section and pinned in the comment section, along with the email and the link to the GoFundMe. All right. So we're up out of here. We're going live Monday. We're going to be bringing forth brother Alex, sister Malkia. Sister Malkia will be here. We'll be live. We're going to also have brother American Arawak, and then we're going to go live again, and I'm going to send out another invitation back to brother Kappa Hotsup, brother Lacono, and we're going to make sure that we have everything straight, organized, in order, and nonstop information as well. And don't forget to subscribe to Lacona Empire and brother Kappa Hotstep 2.0, which is also his backup channel. And yeah, and big up to the ICCC, the empresses of the ICCC, and and I'm gonna finish it off like this with playing the voice note one more time. of what is, of this simple breakdown right here. All right, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, so them still have to eat them pizza and them burger and them hot dog and all of that. So, you find that him have to say, all right, to make those specific doughy things that you're used to eating, because obviously you're going to die if you don't get this exact same thing. There's no other food in the world that you can eat, right? Use some spelt flour then, or use some kamut flour or whatever. Like that's all that is done. And the alkaline community, knowing this, right, they knowingly perpetuate this, because now they can have specialized markets with alkaline foods now and sell these things. So you find that health food stores and supermarkets can have a whole section with these imported things, like spelt is from Germany, right? Like, how does that even tie into an African biamineral diet? Any kind of a traditional diet, Tefan and what's the next grain? All of these things that the people eat, all of these are imported things that one set of people have been able to cash in on by simply opening stores. Like, I've had a lot of people approach me and say, hey, let's start this health food store, and focused on these things, and like entire business plans are built and made up of these things. The people who even manage groups and all of that sell packages, and and they're not even growing these herbs. These are all imported stuff, right? One of them, she actually went to live in Honduras, right? She didn't do anything, like nothing at all, and just the money off of her groups, selling the herb. No, she wasn't even the one selling the herb. There was this other guy that was selling the herb, that because she allowed him to sell on her site, she gets a cut. Those people that
Hold on, the cut. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Let me find it back. What? Did it disappear? Is this real? Wait, it disappeared. No. No, here it is.
Those people that decide that they're gonna make like seasoning mixes and alkaline cheese or all of that, people that do videos and monetize whatever it is, all of them come together now and make money off of each other from this one little trend, right? So you find that that's really what's happening right now, and they're exploiting people who they're actually just sick because of colonization, eating colonial food, right? Forgetting their traditional foods that they used to eat, like we used to just eat some ground food, still ground provision and vegetables and little wild meat, or after cultivation started happening, some specific set of things we used to cultivate. But a lot of these foods that people feel like they need right now, like pizza, they need burgers on the weekends, they need fries, they need all of these things, people not eating that again. That's all they really need to do, just go back to their traditions. Nobody don't need to buy nothing from the health food store. You don't need to go buy, because right now indigenous people in Peru and those places that traditionally have eaten quinoa, where quinoa was such a cheap thing, it's now called a superfood because of these same trendsters. And now they can't afford it in their place because people are importing it into their place to have it as a trend food, and it's so expensive now in the health food stores. The local quinoa growers in Peru, right, would rather make much more money exporting it than selling it to the poor people that live in with them. So you find that the people in one part of one country or one geographic location is negatively affecting people in another, right? And these are the cause and effects of colonization.
Okay, And you know what? Something else important that just came to mind, yeah? When you are indigenous, yes, it takes you out the corporate construct of the government. It takes you out of their corporate construct. So their corporate policies don't go for you, okay? Corporate policies that they try to pass off as laws, they don't go for you. So you, under your indigenous identity, has a business. You are not obligated under no tax code policy to pay any foreign entity, alien entity, any taxes, okay? You are not obligated to raise your prices because a corporation said, "Hey, the cost of living is going to be raised, so we're going to raise it." And this is very important because then you can charge a fair price for the products to the people out there, and the people won't have to go starving, won't have to go hungry, won't have to rob, steal to come up with the money just to afford to buy the basic necessities to feed themselves and their loved ones. Okay? This is the thing with being indigenous. This is the thing with having a tribal society. This is the thing. We are community based. Okay? And that is very important. All right? Community based. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your day, your afternoon, your evening, depending on the time zone that you are in. And I say peace, love, light to you all. Travel safe, stay safe, and the best to you all.